Would say that person is a representative of America, and we should all want that person to succeed for America, right? No matter your political viewpoints, right?
100% agree. Like when you ask me, what do I think President Trump has done over the last 6 months? I don't want to say that I think he did a terrible job, but if he's doing a terrible job, I got to call it like it is. And if it was a Democrat,
I will respectfully disagree with you on that. I understand, but that's okay. You can have your viewpoint.
It is truly fascinating to see how many people are still in denial of President Trump's success. He's doing an excellent job, so much so to where CNN had to report that he's basically the best president of all time, or at least the last 100 years. Before we get into Charlemagne getting absolutely decimated by President Trump on Truth Social, check out what CNN said.
And I think the theme of this segment is going to be love it, like it, lump it, Trump's remaking the United States of America. We can start there with tariffs. What are we talking about? No tacos for Trump. The effective tariff rate, get this, 18%. It is the highest, Omar, the highest since the 1930s, up from, get this, just 2% last year. As I'm going to talk about in this segment, I can't think of a more influential president during this century, and it starts here with tariffs. He said he was going to raise tariffs, and despite the claims otherwise, he is in fact doing that. The effective tariff rate at this point looks to be 9 times as high as it was last year, the highest since the 1930s in FDR, Omar.
And the effective tariff rate is up from 2% last year, for those that might see the banner there. Tariffs, though, aren't the only way Trump's remaking policy in America, right?
It is not the only way that Trump is remaking America. What are we talking about? Well, let's jump. The other big thing that Trump ran on, right, was immigration. How about net migration in the United States? Get this, it's down. It's going to be down at least 60%. We may be dealing with, get this, negative net migration to the United States in 2025. That would be the first time there is negative net migration in this country in at least 50 years. We're talking about down from 2.8 million in 2024. So Donald Trump has always run on tariffs, and he's run on a hawkish line on immigration. And on both of those issues, we are seeing record high tariff rates for this century going all the way back, well back into the early part of the 20th century. And when it comes to immigration, net migration, we are seeing record low levels, way down from where we were during the Biden administration. We are potentially looking at negative net migration for the first time in at least 50 years. And that is a big reason why that I'm saying that Trump, at least in my mind, is the most influential president, certainly this century, and probably dating a good back chunk into the 20th century as well, Omar.
So when you say most influential, I mean, statistically, how much is Trump doing?
Yeah, okay, so let's talk about this. How about executive orders? Already, 180 executive orders signed by Donald Trump this year. You have to go all the way back to the FDR administration once again to find a year in which there were as many executive orders signed as we have this year. To give you an idea, Biden during his first year signed 77. That's the entire year. We're only a little bit more than halfway through this year, Omar. Again, this is why I'm saying executive orders, immigration with net migration, and we're talking about tariffs and the effective tariff rate. Donald Trump is remaking the United States. Love it, like it, or lump it. He has been tremendously influential to a historic degree, Omar.
So as you see here, people lie, but the numbers don't. President Trump is soaring in the polls. Besides the Jeffrey Epstein situation, he's been absolutely crushing so many things, all this tariff revenue. And if he can actually pull off abolishing or at least reducing significantly taxes during his presidency, we're going to be in good shape. It's going to be super easy for whoever is taking over to continue that process. Now, obviously, we're going to have some tax breaks in the big, beautiful bill. But they did say they're going to try to abolish the IRS. If they can do that when they get all of this tariff revenue in, I'm all for it. And I think somebody like J.D. Vance would do excellent going right after President Trump. He can continue the agenda. And J.D. Vance is a stand-up guy, and we need more young people like J.D. Vance, Vivek Ramaswamy, Byron Donalds, Ron DeSantis even, to be running for president. We can get out of this era of having people in their 70s and 80s running for office. We didn't have a choice because President Trump was the only person that seemed to care enough to try to fix the country. So it is what it is. Hopefully this will all pay off in the long run, and we can truly reach that golden age. We have till August 15th to see what comes out with the Epstein files anyway, so they can pull this off and get the public on their side with this situation. President Trump is going to go down as probably the best president of all time. Now I want you to check out what Charlemagne had to say and how President Trump absolutely destroyed him and potentially his career. We'll see what comes out of it, but All these people do is lie. They're in complete denial. It's unbelievable. Let's get into it.
100% agree. Like, I don't, like when you ask me, what do I think President Trump has done over the last 6 months? I don't want to say that I think he did a terrible job, but if he's doing a terrible job, I got to call it like it is. And if it was a Democrat,
I will respectfully disagree with you on that.
understand
But that's
you would,
okay. You can have your viewpoint.
But if it was I gave President Biden the same hell too, because I didn't think he was doing a good job. All we want is somebody in those positions that's going to do a good job. I'm not a party person in no way, shape, or form. I want to say I'm an independent, but that don't make no sense because there's only two parties in this country, right?
President Trump has responded to Charlemagne, saying the following: "The very wonderful and talented Laura Trump, whose show is a big rating success, put racist sleazebag Charlemagne the God." Why is he allowed to use that word God when describing himself? Can anyone imagine the uproar there would be if I used that nickname? He's a low IQ individual. He has no idea what words are coming out of his mouth and knows nothing about me or what I have done. Like just ending 5 wars, including the 31-year bloodbath between the Republic of Congo and Rwanda, where 7 million people have died. And there was no end in sight. He didn't know of that, or India and Pakistan, or wiping out Iran's nuclear capabilities, or closing the Honduras open border, or creating the greatest economy where prices and inflation have come way down, and where stupid and corrupt Joe Biden set the record for doing the worst job as president ever. But this dope, Charlemagne, would vote for Sleepy Joe or Kamala. Remember, 1 year ago, our country was dead. Now it's the hottest country anywhere in the world. Shout out to President Trump for doing everything that he said he was going to do. I really hope they can get this Epstein thing figured out because it really is a huge wrench in the game. It is really messing things up. So if they can get that figured out and get everybody on one accord and bring justice to the people that actually bring justice, it's going to be a breeze the next 3 years. Besides, whatever else is going on that we can't control, like external relations with Russia and China and whatnot. But, I mean, to be in the first 6 months, excluding the Epstein thing, Trump is doing an excellent job. He's delivering on promises. We've got $75 billion in the big, beautiful bill that's going to ICE and immigration to help get all of these illegals out of the country before the sleeper cells can do whatever the heck they're going to do, hopefully. ICE is hiring 10,000 agents. Go get you a $40,000 bonus and get signed up. I mean, come on, 10,000. That is insane. So for people that need an opportunity, if you can do it, sign up for ICE and go make that money, man. Get your bread. Protect the country. It seems like we're headed in the right direction. You guys drop a comment. Let me know your thoughts down below. What do you think of all of this? What do you think of what Charlemagne said? Do you agree with him? Do you think President Trump is doing a good job or not? I want to know from you in the comment section. You're watching the Unexplained Outlook. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.